and decided to prove about everything that I'm accusing them of tonight. So, here we go. I literally just said that in this video, and this video is uploaded, so you have full access to it. It's this one. They crashed the phone, and now I even know how, which I didn't know to this point. They do something for the phone to enter in safe mode. So they restart the phone in safe mode and crash the video. But as you saw, 72 megabytes are not nothing. That's not scrambled data. The file is just not compiled. At the end of the day, the file is still there. And there was nothing I could do. I wanted to talk, and this was still charging at the time. Now it's fully charged. I mean, two-thirds charged, right? So here's the deal. Most of what I have to say is just talk anyways. In this video here, that it just stopped. Let's stop at the main important thing, which is the reason why that video is unreadable as of me right now, and potentially them, but you probably don't have much difficulty. Just compile the file. It's already online to begin with. So, but let's make it even more online than it already is. Some critical special folders, right? I don't want to open the critical folder, so we'll just leave it here. Later we can reshuffle. Okay. As that keeps going, and you can see the bar down top. Just to point out, this video, what I mentioned there, first off, the reason why that exists is because they did that. Now, that's not just about what they can do to my phone, even though there no Wi-Fi, no anything, just 4G connected in a place like this. This is much more than that. This is about them stalking me to know exactly when to stop the video. I think that they want even more evidence. Listen. As I said, they seem to be completely invested in proving every single crime that they otherwise would pretend that it's not happening tonight. So as I was saying, for the crimes you get to see, either way, as I was saying, in a place like this, they are able to stop the video. You know how much space I freed up? You saw in the previous video. Fortunately, you even see in the video. And as I said, you're proving about originally there were two things, and third one being the value of being credible as a person. Because as I said before, I was talking about crimes that happened by definition when I was not able to be eyewitness or anything because my eyes were closed because I was sedated. This is a different galaxy of that. I was eyewitness to it. I was awake. I can describe in detail what was happening before because I was right there. I was doing backups right there, and I moved from there. I was walking here, playing the game as the backup is happening, finishes, and I walk in, and as I turn down, I had to describe it again. Yeah, okay. So as I turn now, and I'll have to turn on this light a bit more for the other phone. So I turn around, and that's when you hear me singing along. I turn around here, and as I'm climbing, again, all of that was said in that video, that they decided to interrupt for you not to see. And that's a really important point, just so you can finish the aspects. Or the recreation. No, first off, the aspects. So this is the important point. If you watch the video, you see a guy passing next to me saying what you can understand as good night, or good evening, and leaving, which is fundamentally mischaracterized from the reality you actually get to see in the other video that is already on YouTube, right? The screen recorder that comes after. Just say good night, and I cannot even testify to you as granted that I didn't because it was stalked. Again, that's where recreation comes in. But I just want to point out the thing that they allow you to see through the digital crimes, literally like the ones that they just did again on the thing there. By the way, it's already up. Just so we can check real quick. As well, not to mention on YouTube, I just want to diversify the sources real quick. No, it's not. No, it is. Good. So, as I was saying, the digital crimes are essentially just saying that that was fundamentally a mischaracterization of the thing that actually happened, which was I turn around as I'm coming here, even singing, and I see something that imagines the cats, right? Because there's the mound of it in the back, and this was dark because of the vehicles passing by, my eyes were blurred. As I turn, I remember just seeing black there as I look up, and on the mound, I thought that there was this shadow coming up, and I thought that there were the cats just all the way there in the back. Maybe I was further back. I was just turning around singing. You can even listen to that in the audio, much like the steps that I'm giving. And I turn around, and there's the point when I just literally glance, more or less like this, perfect. It's even better than the other one, much better. Because I remember not seeing color over there. In the previous, you can see that it's blue and everything. I don't remember seeing any of that. All I see was this black with the shadow coming up, and I thought that it was something like the back because it was crouched right there. And I thought of the cats. Even as I kept walking, because I continued to think of the cats, to have an idea of perspective, it made noise before I realized that those were not the cats. If you catch what I mean. Actually, he announced it to me even before I realized what was happening. And then I just full stop. I don't know if you can listen to the noise on the audio. It just say something to me. And I said, yes. You say something about like, this is yours? And I answer very emphatically. Exactly as you see happening in the City of Thieves, which is well documented for you, by the way. If not for my sources, for the criminals. Obviously, what else? And I pointed out, you arrive in this place underneath the cameras, literally illuminated by the cameras, although not as strongly as the flashlight, as the beams are shining on my face. So you have this one. And originally there were 2 crimes. Now because they did that thing, you have another one, which is the sheer nature of the digital crimes. They crashed the phone the previous time. And as I did so, as you can see there, exactly the same amount of space that I freed up before. And phone restarted in safe mode. Now, how does that add up to something? Because of this. As I said, you can recompile that. It's essentially like this one. As you see, it keeps adding up. So the files are still being added there to the file. What is happening? Data is there, and data is safe. That's why I uploaded that. I probably wouldn't be able to upload to YouTube, I guess. But my point is, they were stalking to the level of being able to do that. The phone just shut down. Just was fully dark, and then it started in safe mode. I don't know if it also started safe mode because I kept pressing the button on the outside. It's possible as well. Vehicle locking very slowly, which means that you get to see the things on this, not my intention. You get to see the things regardless, especially things that they think they're invisible.